And we've got MarineLorD spawning in on the northeast corner of the map, dropping down that dock. Instantly, you see him putting that there. And on the south side, is there a dock yet? Of course, this is the camouflage, the blue.
No.
The blue French there. I don't see any dock quite yet. He's got to get the wood chopping going.
Mm-hmm. He's only got 75 wood to work with. He can get his dock at a reasonable timing because remember that you are paying less for these lumber camps, these mills, whatever you go for, so it shouldn't be too long or far behind. And once he does get into that, he'll be able to afford his first fishing boat probably quicker than MarineLorD. In fact, like if you think about what MarineLorD has done here, he's just spent 150 wood and he has to wait for another 150 wood to get his first boat.
Yeah, and here's a rare sight. We've got French with 2 scouts on the map, while the Roos with 1.
It's
not a thing you see every day.
Yeah, it's typical for MarineLorD to go for like a second or third, but the problem is he went for the dock. Because he went for the dock, he can't get a hunting cabin. That's the choice he made. I'm not sure if I'd say like it's the most optimal one, simply because like you don't even have enough wood yet. But if you always intend to go for the dock, might as well just plop it down now.
Yep, and that northern deer, it looks like Beastyqt has found it. He knew where it was going to be, and he is taking that out right now, trying to deny as much gold as possible.
And also, he's got the attention of the wolves.
Oh.
It's going to be more whining noises because those wolves are not going to get to hunt as a pack for long. Because once they get back to the French base, they are going to die.
Do you know what makes the wolves eventually they'll stop following you? What dictates this? If we get a certain far enough away, is it specifically just their line of sight with the stealth forest?
It's typically line of sight. So the only time I've seen it happen is when people spend too long in stealth forest, or they get too far away, which would once again like attribute itself to
line of sight.
Pigeon. Yeah.
Okay.
It might be. I'm right. Like honestly, let's be real here. The behavior of some units in this game is just like hit a bong and try to like spin a bottle. Like your guess is as good as mine sometimes. Like I've seen some very weird behaviors out of wolves over the last half a year.
I know I'm definitely frustrated when I'm playing against Roos, grab those wolves, and I think I've got a bunch, and I turn around, and I'm like, where'd they go?
Yeah, you just wish there was like a little leash so you could tell.
Yeah. Okay, so we see Beastyqt doing a circle. He knows that dock's there. I mean, not a big surprise. And we have both players going ahead and fishing already. I wish they would make this Conqueror statue like the color you've chosen. Like it's got the red flag in the middle of the blue base.
It's quite weird, isn't it? Also, I never see Conqueror statue in a Chinese TC. I don't know if there's like some correlation there.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, Chinese mains, but you know I'm onto something there.
Mains. I mean, I know the only person I know who plays a lot of China, maybe has a diamond emblem.
Ooh, oh, you don't want to call them out on a broadcast.
No.
I mean, I can't remember.
Okay.
Like, did Lenok have it earlier?
I don't know. We just got the bell here from MarineLorD.
Yeah, what a damn normie here. Like, I mean, in fairness, he doesn't actually play on this account that much. I think back the last few weeks, like he plays more on his account Potate, and he's probably got another Smurf in there somewhere.
I mean, as is obviously just like, you know, they're fishing, they're running around scouts, not a ton going on. One thing I've kind of appreciated aesthetically on this map, I kind of like the visual of when the fishing boats are like, when you have like 10, 15 fishing boats out there all returning to their dock, like for the French. It looks so nice. I don't know why I like seeing them when they're all sailing. Usually you've got these like, you know, they're turning around on Mongolian Heights, right? And blocking off. But like once they get like further out, it looks pretty cool. And I remember seeing in one of the trailers, like seeing them like displaying water as like all these boats coming from across the lake. I mean, I just don't think you see that a whole lot.
I actually just love the orderly fashion of like Roos fishing boats, one on each deep water fish. Like we're in the dark future where you have to get a permit for a small slice of land to fish in, right? You just got one on each one and they never move.
Yeah, I keep wondering when maybe the Roos fishing ships won't be so so dang big.
I like it, you know. It's fake. They're not that tough, but they can pretend they are.
I mean, you could have a large fishing boat. I mean,
a large. How would that work? Are we suggesting like what you throw nets out of 4 different sides? It's almost like it's a little oil derrick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the deep water fishing boats aren't always small boys, but we got
if we're eventually going to get like a sieve that can build little kind of fishing traps on locations.
You mean like Age of Empires 2?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That might be a game that has that. You know, Star
Water
Wars
farms?
Battlegrounds had that. There you go. There's one for you. If people don't know about that and you want an Age of Empires clone, check out Star Wars Battlegrounds.
I know. I was gonna try to stream it on May the 4th. I couldn't get it to work with like OBS because the size, it was an
So
older
old.
game and it was doing all kinds of like crazy shit. But yeah, you know what I want to see is the lighthouse from Age of Mythology. I've been wanting to see
Oh, yeah.
get some lines. Maybe it's only allowed to be built up against the water on a water map or something.
Why stop there? Why don't we just get the Titan from Age of Mythology?
Now we're talking. Absolutely.
You want game end state? That's how we get there. Choo-choo. But, you know,
I mean,
ending the ambition of the Hulk here, this wall is very extensive for MarineLorD.
Look at it. He's just done one. Look how he's built this.
Come
Oh my
on now.
gosh.
You should know
Dude.
better.
I mean, as we talk about a lighthouse, it's like, yeah, this would be the purpose, is like just to see what's going on instead of having
Oh, he's
1
converting.
HP palisade walls everywhere.
Best part is he's going to burn that palisade quick enough to run away from the Lodger attack ship. Bye! He sees it as well, because remember, it moves slow when it is converting, and you can't cancel converts. There's no way to cancel it. So now he's just wasted resource on a conversion that doesn't do anything.
Yep. So now we've got Age 2 going on, and yeah, MarineLorD. I mean, we had mentioned like, what do you do to stop the Hawks from coming and eating all of your fish? And this is
Yo.
exactly how you do it.
MarineLorD is setting up a wooden fortress on Beastie's woodline, and Beastie would not suspect this at all.
Oh, he should know. He thinks he's out of the waters with the tower rushes.
Well, technically, this is out of the water, but I guess we were going for a more literal meaning.
Oh, this nice. Not even gonna see it. Oh my gosh. What if he doesn't see it for a while and it starts killing villagers?
I mean, you could just sneak a scout around the side here and just keep giving vision. Also, something to keep in mind, like, you know, you get the arrow slits. You can also get the increased damage per arrow shot that is a unique tech for the Roost that can be really frustrating if you have like 1 or 2 scouts in there.
Is that increased damage for arrows? Is that a feudal tech or is that? Oh, that's there in the wooden fortress.
On the E, you can see it there, the plus arrow.
Yeah, yeah. What's the cost on that thing?
I think it's like, is it 200 resources? No, okay, yeah, 200 would have been reasonable. Yeah, I want one about 200, no way. 75 stone.
You're cheap. Yeah, that could be brutal. So I assume he's going to be upgrading that bad boy very soon.
It's weird as well, because if you check the name, you may notice I think it's called Castle Turrets, but you can get it in Feudal Age.
Makes sense. And it's not a castle.
Why is it called Castle Turrets? Goddamn time travelers, I'm telling you.
Better than fortress turrets.
Love the block by Beastie. Night finally coming out. Is going to intercept the villagers building up. Whoopsie.
Yeah, I think it got one over there.
Okay, Beastie.
What is he doing?
That house blocks a dock. MarineLorD wanted to go after his eco. Look at what, so check the southern lake and look at what Beastie done. He set up walls on one side. He needed a house, so he actually used the house to block a dock location.
What?
Now check the vision in the area. That's the other interesting detail. Like, you can't do anything here now if you're MarineLorD because it'll be scouted.
Nice. So these guys walling up their water. There's maybe not going to be any.
So,
yeah, look at that.
Check Beastie's vision. Check Beastie's. Not MarineLorD. Don't care about the villager and what he's saying. Like, check what Beastie sees in that area. He sees every potential dock
villager
location.
get picked up. Oh.
Boom. You can't build a dock without him knowing.
Yeah, for now. Okay, so we've got spearmen engaging here, a few horsemen too. He did lose a few villagers there along the way.
Scout's finally going to go down. MarineLorD will not be denied his walls any longer. However, this has been frustrating for him. Spears, horsemen having to be built, villagers being idled alongside it. Beastyqt. Still struggling to keep up, though. It's the power of the fishing. You can see it in the income numbers right now. 640 food compared to 920 and rising. Oh, baby.
A lot of fish. Look at that. Sitting there, seagulls out there, but not a care in the world. Plenty of fish to be had in the sea there. No expansion to the southeastern lake yet. It does look like Beastyqt is on both lakes, but MarineLorD just on one for now.
Yeah, Beastie kind of needs it to inflate and compare. Also wants to get in the sails. Sails will make you a little bit more optimal with this. It's frustrating otherwise. But if you look, you can see Beastie, it's almost like he's saving up for something else. Maybe going towards Castle Age here, at which point I'm expecting a full transference of aggression strictly onto land.
Oh, man, look at the range on those arrows. I saw one hit,
So
hit
ridiculous.
that second lumber camp.
Did he get the castle turrets? I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, because it's only really worthwhile when you garrison inside, because it adds 2 damage per arrow shot, and you only get 1 by default. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it. Like, if you have 3 scouts here, it's a really good tech, and it's worth it.
And now he's just going for that western wood line instead, but he's been pushed off that one because of that wooded fortress, at least for now.
Deck up,
Oh.
bronze 2. And I'm expecting stables to be built alongside this. If he actually masses knights, he will overwhelm MarineLorD. The issue when you play Roost like this is balancing that greed. You're so tempted to keep fishing. And keep in mind that MarineLorD just set up his second dock line, so he will continue to fish. This won't stop him from getting castle age, but it might stop him from bulking up a counterforce to knights.
Yep. So we've got that move up to H3 right now. It looks like is MarineLorD going up too? Yeah, it looks like both of them are aging up.
Yeah, he has the resource for tech up, but he wants to fish more. The problem with this is, as I said, it's going to slow down his military aggression on land. I want to see the archery ranges. If MarineLorD doesn't set up 3 archery ranges, this gets pretty dicey because the intent now in the next 5 minutes is Beasty wants to bulk up to, say, 15 knights and go for all bloodlines.
Yep, and just throw him in there. Although those knights can't raid that sea that he has walled off so perfectly.
Interesting choice here. Instead, MarineLorD is going to go for the cheaper choice into the Spearman. Only problem with this is you need to make sure you get more walls up so you can control the choke points. Otherwise, the knights can wrap around you. The reason I said horse archers is the high base damage means they can actually still do a lot of damage against knights.
Yeah, do the run around. Now there's also the relics going to be into play here, as we've got MarineLorD in the 3rd age as well. Assuming that both players are going for it, it does look like, yeah, he's already training a warrior priest.
They want that
Monk,
perma
whatever
gold.
it is. It's not the...
And I'm wondering if Beasty, if he sees this kind of condensed strategy at MarineLorD where he's staying in his base, is there an opportunity to eventually think about a keep drop? Not right now, but the next 3 or 4 minutes, like set up a forward keep, get a proxy base going, and then maybe switch into Arbitraries. I think Arbitraries in general are just a good answer even against spears. Oh,
whoa. We're not allowed to drop keeps for, until it's at least 15-minute mark.
That's why I said 3 or 4 minutes. See, I'm within
you're
your
right.
rules.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that works.
I'm that
works.
player that reads the rules and looks for what you didn't write.
Now, the very interesting thing in the middle of this map, I never really realized it, but that's a giant stealth forest, right? Is that what that yellow patch is? Yeah.
I believe the technical term is a fat-ass stealth forest.
Yeah, that sounds like that's right. Checks out. And he's going for the far relics first. MarineLorD is Beastyqt making any dash for the relics right now?
He built the monastery. He'll move for it soon, but MarineLorD right now is tempo setter. Love this move, actually. He's creating space to absorb those relics up. But look at the move from Beasty. Wraps in. Even if he doesn't spot warrior monks, he'll spot villagers and snipe them out. Spearmen are coming out now, but the Idol Eco, a few being sniped here, is worthwhile for Beasty.
Did that warrior monk get that relic down south? That looks like he does. Yeah, he has it head on back.
Boogaloo across. Still 4 relics on the east side here.
That's the spearman escort.
The interesting thing about Beasty is the way that he's not choosing to target that area. It's almost like he's trying to intercept towards the base.
Okay, so we've got the knights running in.
I don't feel like these knights have actually done anything.
No, not a whole lot of damage, at least.
Like, you just can't stop.
And now he's got the Springald upgrade.
It's the Springald plus the
He
Aristates,
does see
remember.
what's going on back there. He just saw all those stables that are being built.
Which is something you can feel good about, but the only way you feel really good about it is if you make sure you have enough knights alive. So needs to make sure these don't die too quickly. Nice value being found, actually. Baits all the spearmen off with a single knight and snipes a few villagers on the way out.
Yeah, I love this play. I've been trying this a bit myself recently. As you're going in for a raid, and you've got spearmen bearing down, you just pick one off and try to see if you can get them to chase that one, while you're able to pick up maybe another villager or two.
It kind of feels like Beasty is in a very good position right now. MarineLorD got 1 relic, but he's just massing spears. This transition to knights did get spotted out, and also keep in mind your knights are just worse. You can get boys fortitude and talk about how amazing an extra 20 health is all you want, but it's for all knights. As long as they get the charge out, you're screwed.
We do see MarineLorD has expanded to this second lake right now, or at least very recently.
That's a late Springald, so Winter Fortress is going to go down before it completes. Archers are building up alongside this for Beasty. Cool choice here, actually. Doesn't go into the Arbitraries because he wants to optimize gold to be pushed into knights only.
2 more relics coming in right now for MarineLorD, and that leaves another 2 still on the map. Beastyqt has yet to acquire a relic, but he does have a priest or monk come out right now. Knights. Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Knights up against
careful.
spears.
Long pokey sticks, quite effective. We'll stay away.
Not going
Up
to
to
keep that
5,
wooden
too.
fortress alive.
So MarineLorD is just going for the budget approach. It's not just the spearmen, it's now mass horsemen. Interesting idea here. Knights, of course, can be a lethal dosage in the right hands, but if he has enough horsemen, he can just wrap around and wipe out the archers, and that will enable the spears.
Yeah, so right now we just hit past the 15-minute mark. Looking at the count, it looks like Beastyqt's up on villagers, but MarineLorD looks like it's going to have the lion's share of the relics. Do you think anyone has a sizable advantage right now? Do you think there's like a clear someone ahead? Or, I mean, I still feel like this could be anyone's game.
So I feel like MarineLorD's current composition is vulnerable to one quite lethal element in this game, which is the potential for a keep drop. Like, you can't fight around keeps with what he's got right now. My issue for BC is he can't take a direct fight. Nice little exchange of the relics, but realistically, BC needs this. If he tries to engage with the main force, he loses the fight right now. MarineLorD's just being cost efficient. And in fact, there might be a reason behind this. I think MarineLorD's intent is to try and reach Imperial Age, at which stage French might struggle to catch up quick enough.
Mm-hmm. And we've got the spearman and a horseman kind of pushing forward right now. I'm not sure if he's got the... Oh, little Wololo to back him up. Nice.
We're going to bait him in. The pinch is coming on the side as well. Brace comes out from the spears, but back up. Archers min-max and take out troops. There's only going to be horsemen left at this rate, at which point the knights will reign supreme.
He's still trying, the spearman. There's still a few left, though.
Yeah, he just can't get around. He's going to flop
and
down.
And he kills the yeah,
Wait, what's this other monk doing? Don't mind me, just coming through. I thought there was a relic. I didn't realize MarineLorD had 4 of them already. Oh, hello, sunshine. MarineLorD switched into man-at-arms now. Very smart switch here. His unit composition was too cheap. He's trading well for the moment, but he needs a way of like strong-arming into the base, and this will give him that option.
Yeah, it certainly will help against those archers that have been taking out his spearmen. What is that? A single spearman?
He was raiding in the base. He decided he like villages are like easy targets. He needs something bigger, something scarier. He's going after buildings now.
And there's that gold mine. Going for the forward gold mine, I guess, first.
You might be saying good night to a bunch of stone miners. Looks like that was scouted out though, so they're going to peel back.
There they go. They're going for the charge up north.
Oh, the pinch.
Will he get him?
Knights are stuck against that wood line.
Yeah,
he pulled back really early. He already got the stone he needs as well. Look how much stone MarineLorD's got gathered. You can go for a defensive keep drop or an aggressive one. I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking aggressive, considering that this stealth forest allows you to get very close.
Yep, there we go. Knights charging in, but those villagers just speedy enough.
You're pinched.
Yep, spearman. Ooh.
That's dicey. That's the standard fight here. Villagers exposed, are going to peel back. Wraparound coming in, though. There's just so many horsemen, not enough knights. Beasty, with a drawn to 2 sides attention span here, is going to be a problem because now MarineLorD comes in with the keep drop to stabilize on the edge, and this front line of Beasties is about to break.
Yep, and he just finished that gold mine. He can go back to his ones behind his base, but I'm trying to look. I can't really tell exactly who's winning this fight. It looks like those knights did show up.
The keep. How far is long as the keep? That's what matters here. That's what MarineLorD wanted to get. He can't get it,
he canceled it.
Beasty! Optimized there. He snuck in the arbitraries at the end. MarineLorD, I thought he'd be further along. He didn't actually pull that many villages in the end. I think it was about 10. If he pulled 15, maybe 18, this is complete. And this is what he was trying to hide. His ugly side, his greedy side, the high armory gets spotted, and Beasty will pounce at the right place. With the pace set back, MarineLorD is going to be heavily delayed in his boom up here.
Oh, finish it.
He'll complete it. Beasty was hesitant. I'm surprised by that, but keep in mind, folks, we have God vision. If you looked at that area, the stealth forest, he thought MarineLorD had spears behind this. Had he known, he would have committed the knights, and that would have been a 20 villager deficit off the back of that failed keep.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got the horsemen chasing those knights through the backfield. Not really doing a whole lot, just kind of a little more of a runaround. But yeah, Beastyqt has a strong standing army despite MarineLorD having age 4. Do you think we'll see any Streltsy here?
If he goes Streltsy, I think he should just like unplug his PC and then drop it on his own head. I hate seeing people rush Streltsy. You can go Streltsy, you just don't rush them. They take 35 seconds to produce. 35! Could you just think about that, Fitz? As long as heavy cavalry. Like, he can go Streltsy, but he can't rush it. That's the TLDR
Nice charging into his base right now. Oh. Those are spearmen mostly, but
The archers are here, though. Arbitraries as well. That's pushing it back. A lot of idle time now for MarineLorD at the beginning of the age up. He's limited on the gold as well. And notice he went, like, he already queued all of the Saint's Blessing buffs here, which is interesting. He only has 3 of these Warrior Monks, and there's enough range units to insta-snipe him down.
Yep. So his Warrior Monk's giving that Saint's Blessings out. And we have a Horseman on the back line of Beastyqt right now. Little raid, but he catches it.
He's pulling back a few troops now, but not too many of them. In fact, he wills the Arbitraries back off, sends the Knights in deeper. Got bad news for you, though, Beasty. Back resources not being tapped. MarineLorD's already moved to the center.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he's sniping houses as if it matters. Like, look how far away from PopCap MarineLorD actually is.
Yeah, neither of them are. Yeah. This is, I think, the first time on 4 lakes I've seen no enemy incursions on, like, their lakes. Like, you got your lake, I got my lake, we got our walls.
They've done a good job with the walls, and it just wasn't a worthwhile play. Like, I don't think you ever do this play as the French unless you can do it in the first 10 minutes. Like, you don't go aggressive dock. Otherwise, it's too delayed.
I think they just realized the power of, you know, if you lost one of these lakes and lost those fishing boats, I mean, they've had some experience on this map now that, like, that could be a big swing.
Right now, this is swinging back and forth. Like, this one really could go either way right now. You have to keep in mind that although BC is an age behind, he got Royal Institute. So he's got the techs that make him comparative to Imperial Age.
Look how many relics MarineLorD got.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while.
All 5, baby.
Spears are going to get a freebie there. Notice that they got the Blessing coming out. The Saint's Blessing, as he's been getting all of these. Not just the duration, not just the damage increase further, but also the range. So 1 Warrior Monk, if he taps at the beginning of these fights, Beasty will have to peel back.
There is a curious amount of stone in the bank for Beastyqt right now.
I wonder what he's going to do with that, Fitz. Could he build a marketplace and trade it for gold?
Yeah, it is past 15-minute mark, so it could be some keeps.
He's a little bit late, though. It's an extra 7 minutes. I guess I can forgive him, though. He has got a lot of Knights.
I wouldn't be surprised if he drops a defensive one, honestly, just because these raids keep annoying, though he has been walling up.
You just start with a defensive one, though, and then you move forward.
Yeah. Right in the middle of Stealth Force. That's where he's going. Look.
Makes sense. And now this push in. MarineLorD getting aggressive. Might not work out for him, though. Mangonel smash coming in as well. Needs to wrap around the Horsemen, but they're quickly getting wiped out. These Knights tanky enough to stand their ground even against the Spears. Beasty will win out in this fight, especially considering as a defender. And behind this, the Keep Sneak is coming in on the east side.
Yeah, this is a big issue for MarineLorD, having just had his army mopped up. I mean, I see a lot of red bodies on the ground there.
Yeah, it's not their blood either. It's just the banners. Like, this was a mistake by MarineLorD. Like, this is the problem. He doesn't have premium units. He still doesn't. He didn't even have the tech ups. He teched to Imperial and went into that fight without elite army tactics, without the Boyer's Fortitude. He wasn't junked up at all. He went in against Royal Knights that were bulky with their Royal Bloodlines and Arbitraries that were going to reign supreme. And now as a result of that, there's going to be a keep crawl in, a movement in towards the stone to gain control of it. Wrap around on the east side as well. Beasty now stabilizing and looking to punish MarineLorD for his muxy, for his greed, and his ill-informed intentions.
And taking out that forward landmark, he's got to keep just about right up on it. And he's still got plenty of stone in the bank. Look at that, 2.6k stone, and he's getting more.
This mango is a bait. Okay, that's going to cost you more than you just killed. Yeah, bye-bye, Horseman. A few of them maybe make it out, but still, if you do the maths on that, like, it's grim. I don't like it. The keep still goes up, and signature Beasty, where does he drop that keep? Right next to a stone outcropping so he can afford more. Not that he needs it. He's already got 2k stone.
More keeps.
In fact, can I check? Like, the crazy part is, like, I actually knew he went Royal Institute because we already talked about it, and I was about to say, can we check what he's on in his guild hall? Because typically Beasty is one of those players that will actually have guild hall set to stone, and that's why we usually see these numbers.
Oh yeah, I wonder.
Oh look, no guild hall. It's simply all that mining. He's basically got everything now. Yeah, like this is, and this is gonna get grim fast because MarineLorD still isn't escalating to quality. Look, like the crazy part, Fitz, is he's researching basically everything, but he's not building anything good.
Yeah, I mean, just coming back from that supply loss he had, looking at the count right now, he's just starting to get his supply back up, but Beastyqt has a considerable eco advantage and military advantage right now. And Horseman running forward, and this is not terrible on top of crossbows. He gets mangonels. This is a good pickup. We just talked about supply, but those knights are coming back, and they are angry.
Beasty's now teching up. And what is he teching up with? That is going to be a red keep in the stealth forest. And a big surprise when MarineLorD tries to wrap around there and guarantee that he will at some point. Wait, no? What? What? All right, my apologies. Couldn't quite see the emblem, but to be honest, folks, I don't usually expect a College of Artillery in a stealth forest. I guess MarineLorD won't either. What is that landmark?
The College of Stealth. That's a sneaky landmark, you know? This would be great in one of those FFAs.
He full-on baited me, man. Like yo, maybe, okay, here's the thought process. Is like, MarineLorD, for some reason, you put your high armory on the front line. I guess I'll do the same with my College of Artillery.
This is a flex.
This is such a weird one.
Hey, age 4 for MarineLorD. He's up.
Beastyqt does need to get his hands on some proxy bases here so you can get the discounts, because you see he's draining his resources now for that tech up, and MarineLorD is going hunting in the base.
Yep. So here's what I wonder is he going to be able to sit back and I'm assuming is this going to be Bombard or Trebuchets coming forward for Beastyqt? I've not seen any siege from Beasty yet.
Well, yeah, I know it doesn't feel right for CGQ, but eventually he'll be getting into the Royal Cannons via the College of Artillery. No need for Trebuchets, just get the premium unit.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
A lot of villages are being targeted out.
BC is down to 90 vills right now, I will point out. MarineLorD's with 100. Like, this is kind of crazy.
It sounds weird to say that BC has anything less than 100 eco units, but here we are. He'll finally react, but the delayed reaction costs him dearly here. And the keep drop. Wait, no, exactly.
What?
Torches out. MarineLorD says, no way am I letting that happen.
No.
Cheeky git.
Back up, keepy cutie. Okay, we've got the villagers on his... I'm kind of worried about MarineLorD's resin base. He's got plenty of gold, though, that's for sure. Wood might be more of an issue, I guess, if he could stop that.
If you look at the carved territory, like, Beasty does have a lot more than map, in theory. Like, MarineLorD has a stronger claim on his areas, but Beasty has kind of spread himself wide with his keeps. And wait, is that finally going to be time? I think it might be time for the premium units. If I'm not mistaken, those are archery ranges. That should be Streltsy coming out. It's about time we saw them, and they will be effective because he has an effective front line to tank for them.
Yeah, he's got a lot of spears, so he can defend the Streltsy. He has archery ranges, so... I don't know. I mean, if you can get a nice little mass, but I don't know. We also have Beastyqt could start bringing in some mangonels to deal with all these unarmored units.
I feel like I'd like to see Beasty get some walls just to stop these horsemen from raiding. It is causing problems for him. It's slowing him down.
Once Roos gets online here in age 4, this could be a little scary. He is, he's holding on right now. He has done a decent amount of raiding in Beastyqt's base despite all of this. I don't know why. Yeah. How BC hasn't closed the gap on his walls or something, well, but
there's a reason behind that, Fitz. Like, keep in mind that BC has yet to upgrade to Elite. These are veteran knights still, but that's now coming through. So his goal in the next minute is to start striking. Once he has that Elite status, that's when you're going to see MarineLorD struggle to hold him back. He has got a lot of spears, but they're not as dynamic as these knights.
Yep. And has he been training any? Is he Rebaldaquin from MarineLorD? I think it's what that is.
No, that's to do with it's one of the unique high armory upgrades. If you check
the
high armory,
Culverin.
Yeah, it's not to do with Culverin. It's there's some interesting unique text in there that we don't see too often. So if you click on the high armory, you'll see it. These are just villages. Yeah. They're fine. Wait, there it is. See, it's cute. You never finished it. It's the fine-tuned guns for the bombards.
Fine-tuned. It's so close to being done. He didn't get it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it locks in like that. So now you're just baited forever on the, on the tech. Because I was like, I could have sworn he was researching this a long time ago, but okay.
Yep, that keeps still hanging on. He's been repairing that, spinning a lot of wood on it. You do see...
The Royal Culverin. The Royal Culverin can actually snipe these trebs because of the Stealth Forest. If he wheels it up, he'll be able to get rid of them instantly. And you might notice these knights are a little bit more chunky looking now. Elite status finally has been claimed. And MarineLorD, well, here's the problem. He now is going Streltsy, but his gold income doesn't allow him to mass them quickly.
Is he going to get the trebuchet before the keep goes down?
Culverin starting sniper.
One.
You can't kill it now. Yeah, like, free trebs was not doing it quick enough. Like, the Culverin just wins. You have to back up.
Yep, and we've got a total of 2 Streltsy in this mix.
Beastyqt. He's just trying to bait him in. Like, he's like, come on, yeah, spears. Okay, Archer's attack, come in range of my keep. He's just whittling away at the numbers. Once you go down about 20 spears, there's going to be a rush. 32 Royal Knights chunked up this high. Whew, good lordy.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Archers.
Got another keep going down there.
Standing their ground against horsemen, not advised here. Are going to start to back up. The Knights do re-engage to cover fire them as they retreat. Keep is taking damage once again, but the Culverin should be able to snipe them out. Trebs won't be able to finish it off quick enough, and as he peels back, now the Keep is assisting again. This is where this dive gets very dicey for MarineLorD.
You know, what we're seeing here right now is not going to be in the future where we've got this keeps that are going to cost stone, right?
That's true.
This is not going to be the same. Like, it's going to be costing stone. This is going to change the dynamic of these late games.
Yeah, but BC has so much stone, he could have kept this up for a while.
Sure.
And that cannon has wiped the army. This is the problem. This is what he's waiting for now. He's broken it. He's going to ride in. BC with full control. 30 Royal Knights still in the field. Only 6 spearmen from MarineLorD. He's going to split up and look for clues.
Running on into the back line to his wood.
Oh,
Look
good
at all
lordy.
those villagers.
Have mercy on your souls. They're dying. They're going to die fast here as well.
They're fighting.
He's not just going there, though. I'm pretty sure he's starting to peel the left side. It's to his benefit to go to multiple locations. We'll clean him up here. A chunk of the eco gone, though, as MarineLorD goes below the triple-digit line. And it looks like BC chose to not commit fully. Still 20 Knights alive. He pulled the rest back.
Yeah, even with all this, like, both of them have very comparable villager counts right now. So looking at the supply, it's similar too. Like, this is... But map control wise, like, I feel like Beastyqt, well, they're almost at mid map. I don't know.
It's more than that. The reason Beasty pulled back is he's turned this into an eco strain. He wants to take more territory. It's typical Beasty. Most players, like, there's a lot of players in that situation that would have went to the Jugular. They would have thrown away all their Knights to take the entire eco away, or as much as possible. Similar to what MarineLorD is doing right now. But instead, he just wants to chip away territorial control and realizes that MarineLorD is running out of resources at the back, and thus he has to come fight for resources underneath these keeps.
Yep. Past the 30-minute mark, and players continuing to fight. We have I guess all the wood operation for Beastyqt is kind of on the front line. What does MarineLorD have left for wood in the back of his base?
You saw that wood line; it was basically done. He has to either go on the left flank,
gone.
like he can go left flank, but there's a keep there, so he'll be seen. And you
yeah,
see how it guards
there.
it. Yeah. That's why BC target the center one. It's risky to do it with your economy, but you realize MarineLorD has to come for this soon. And MarineLorD, like, what has he been building? Spears, horsemen, these things cost wood.
Yep. So let's see. Streltsy County's up to 8 Streltsy and 32 spearmen right now. And
where are you going?
What was that?
We were promised an escape route. You were lied to. Sorry, let me do my best, like, Star Wars: The Old Republic. You were deceived. There we go.
And we've got Culverin just continuing to fire away, just standing behind the keeps. The Royal Cannon at the front line working on that keep. Oh my gosh.
Royal cannons. Boom, boom, baby. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want you in my room. Get out of 4 legs forever. Beastie, beastie, beastie. I think that's how that song goes.
Those horsemen trying to get in there on the south side once again in Beastyqt's base.
It's like the problem is they're not doing enough damage, and now you're facing siege, and you don't actually have a good answer. Like, arguably, you could go for the shutter trigger Springolds with banded arms, but that's 0.5 range against a Culverin that can insta-kill you. Also, another problem if you want to do that transition, if you go ahead and click on that high armory for me, that the ruse, yeah.
Be nice to get that back. Why did he build that at the front?
Maybe he thought, like, high armory, it sounds like something defensive.
Pushing these villagers off gold right now. Beastyqt's reserves, he's all down to about 500 each with 1,500 on stone. MarineLorD has a decent amount in the bank.
Well, that goes 300 gold. And I think he had tithe bonds as well, so even more resources now gone from MarineLorD. Fortifications coming out, and Beastie and walling, of course. Cheap walls, but...
How much gold does Beastyqt have on that, like, western vein in the back of his base? I know it's a large one.
I'm going to say a pony. Oh, okay, 2 ponies. There we go.
Yeah, he's good for now. For now. I know sometimes against the French, like, they could be buying all these expensive units, and suddenly you run out of that gold, and you go, oh shit, what do I do now? While, you know, we see a bunch of spearmen on the other side. Although the same thing can happen, you run out of wood.
Yeah, the problem for Beasty is he actually needs gold a lot for his night comp. That's why he also didn't want to dive earlier. It's like he's running out of gold fast. He's respecting that. It needs to be optimal, the cannons he's been building. Keep being assaulted on the left side, and looks like Beasty is going to lose some ground. That's important because MarineLorD needs the wood in that area. That's why Beasty needs to start putting a dent in this keep line so he can flood through the main base.
I've been really impressed how MarineLorD has. You know, he was down at age kind of when BC there was that big fight in the middle where MarineLorD kind of got mopped up, and then Beastyqt started to make that huge push towards his base. While he was still down in age, he was able to sit there, turtle up, hang on, get his techs up, and he's very much like this is still anyone's game, and both players looking quite strong.
This royal cannon's looking real strong. Might be able to take it down and keep if it wasn't on a coffee break. Hello? What?
Got it back though. Oh, nope. From downtown.
Why wasn't it attacking?
Line of sight? Yeah, it must have been line of sight.
It must have been vision, but the awkward part is like he was getting attacked by the keep. That's got to be so frustrating, especially when you consider his lack of gold.
Ooh.
Oh, look, a new entry.
And MarineLorD's up about 16 bills.
Hey, hi, Armory.
He got it back online.
Ladies and gentlemen, MarineLorD coming in with a 36-minute Imperial Age timing.
Hey,
Wait a second. Oh, no.
Where did MarineLorD's 2 relics? They're just there on the ground.
Yeah, this is a bunch flopped on the ground. He picked one and banked it, but oh,
How
God.
did he know? How did he know?
He senses it. He knows. Like he's like, wait a second. He's moving to the left
You should
side
grab
anyway.
those relics and go convert them right now.
Did he just? How many villages did he pick there? That's a lot.
I don't know.
He got a lot.
It was like 16 villas because he was up. It was more than that, actually.
There was a lot of villages. He was trying to mass repair that up. And now the flooding, Spearmen aren't reacting. Beasty, he chooses to go in. What?
Bold move. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, he's got a pincer maneuver. He's rapping. He's looking for the rest of the economy here. And the gold line. The gold line's the target. Look at this. Ooh. He doesn't know. Hasn't got a scout here.
Scary.
He might still find it, though. Second night group. They're actually peeling the horsemen off to kill them and then running away from the spears. It's actually so
How does Trebuchet survive that? How does Trebuchet survive? Basically, that keep the boiling oil destroyed all those.
No, it's more the Streltsy. The Streltsy were hidden behind the keep. They were just doing so much damage.
I couldn't see them.
Yeah, like you got to remember that MarineLorD has 14 Streltsy. It's quite lethal. And you can see they're not in this mass chasing the knights around. Wait, whoa. Oh, he's getting pinched. Beasty, though. Ooh. He's only got culverins. Oh, man, this is a problem. He needs a cannon.
MarineLorD has a lot of resources in the bank. I don't know if he needs more military production or something, but I feel like he should be at full pop by now.
So notice that Beasty isn't playing typical Beasty. He's not just throwing away an army because he can't afford it. Like, his gold income is so bad right now that he can't really afford to lose these knights. And you'd be like, okay, Pigeon, why is he in his base then? It's delay, and then come in with cheap cannon fodder units to dive and commit onto more risky targets.
And we got Streltsy versus archers and arbitrary.
Yeah, but they're running in range.
And spearmen still running around.
He hasn't got a front line, so he's just trading Streltsy against cheaper range units. They're more efficient one-on-one. The problem is like they're just being thrown away when they have to run in range. Remember, Streltsy have a 4 tower range. They have to get closer. Oh, good God. Yeah, they're just going to die.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Keep at least goes up. Chips away at the eco in the process, though. I think the culverins were actually targeting the villages. He just needs a cannon. And BC did just get one. He just popped it out in that stealth forest, remember. He's got his siege workshop on the front line at all times.
Yeah, see, that's why he did it.
He knew this game was going to go this much later, and it was definitely going to...
He made that when he had like 3/4 more of the map, and then now they're back to here, and now it's ready to go.
Look at that. At the end of the day, 18 knights still alive. A lot of delay coming out, but Beasty, man, he needs gold so badly. And you know what the crazy part about 4 legs is? We talk about how broken the food is. Would you like to spot me the trade posts so that you can get infinite gold?
Bottom right? They're in the middle too?
Yeah.
Not a good spot to be trading?
Yeah. It's been blocked out. You could go for the close trade, but it doesn't feel good.
You could get it. MarineLorD could get it.
You can't get like a long one if you're Beasty. Like you can maybe go to behind the sacred site in the south, but it's very risky still, especially if the keep crawl continues from MarineLorD.
Yeah, just look at the res count right now. I feel like this could very well be in MarineLorD's favor. He has some nice reserves right now, and seems to be having success on his front line with his siege units.
It's the gold power. gold is all that matters now. And Beasty can't compare anymore. Like, the Streltsy are unanswered. Think about what you need to answer Streltsy. Mangonels, that costs gold. You need Culverins to snipe out the anti-siege. You need cannons to take down the keeps. It's very difficult for Beasty to win this.
And we've just got the slow creep forward here. There's a keep there firing on all those infantry. They're going to have to fall back for now. Going to need some... I feel like these knights have been running around his base for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but he's kind of just left them to play with themselves now.
Yeah, they haven't done much.
You know, it's like the zoo, in the zoo, the chimpanzee that's like there just playing for its own feces. It's like, oh yes, well done. We'll just leave you to it. Don't need to really acknowledge it.
These villager counts have been really hovering just around 100. Beastyqt being about 10 up right now, 10, 12. And he runs by these villagers, then he usually
I mean, like, this is what I mean.
me?
You just let him play with himself. It's just because eventually he's going to lose them, and he can't replace them. Don't draw
here's the
your whole
Streltsy.
Wait, what? He's bringing the whole army back.
Uh-oh.
I think this is a little bit overkill, but at least it finally gets rid of the nuisance. But realistically, like, these knights...
Die, knights!
They're not being replaced now. Like, look at Beasty's gold. He gets 100 gold a minute.
Oh, boy. What's going on the front line? Is he missing anything now that he's pulled back to here?
No.
But yeah, this is a big problem. He can't afford this.
So Beasty now has to mass horsemen, and horsemen aren't going to do very well against Streltsy.
Womp, womp.
It's you know, Nagashino, baby. It doesn't work out well.
Trebuchet slinging those rocks, taking out a keep, and that's going to be costing him plenty of wood to repair that. Meanwhile, MarineLorD above 5k in food and gold.
I think Beasty's going for a keep drop. His only chance of winning this now is Sacred Sites. He's still got static defenses, but that's it. He can't raid with premium knights, and yeah, there is a keep going up here. A few spearmen have spotted out early. They're the only ones who'll be able to react. There should be enough villagers to construct that before they all get wiped out, but it's still going to cost you in the eco department.
Yeah, I just can't see him holding these sacred sites for 10 minutes. They're so spread apart. I'd be very shocked if he's able to do it.
Culverin, sneaky Culverin. Uh-oh. Those Streltsy have double time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the keep's going down. Streltsy diving in. There's no cannon in placement in this, though.
Villagers getting shredded.
Archers trying to help. Culverin has been torched down, though. That's going to be gone. Keep is going to stabilize at the moment, but not long enough. Now the damage does come out. Nice cannon hit from the secondary keep. This is where MarineLorD is being a little bit too greedy.
Was the cannon from that keep do splash damage?
Yes. Cannon placements, full stop, do splash damage. It's quite spooky. In fact,
Yeah,
did this one...
I saw
Oh, wait, no, this one doesn't have a
hit.
cannon in place. Wait, where the hell did he get... There was definitely a cannon shot in there.
Something hit him.
He's going for the landmark snipe. I don't blame him. I was wondering if Horseman was going to be the play.
Oh, look at that.
It's the only play he's got. And keep in mind,
How many landmarks
MarineLorD...
are left?
Well, there's the High Armory. I don't think he re-sniped it yet. But keep in mind that MarineLorD has a static army. Spearman and Streltsy, and the Streltsy, I think, did use the double time, so there's an opportunity here. He rushes in with the Horseman going even deeper. Keep to try and distract as well, trying to buy time, but I've got my doubts, Fitz. This is not enough Horsemen.
Yeah, I think this might be a last-ditch effort. I wouldn't be surprised if this fails, if he taps out here. I don't think he's going to get that.
He's got a second reprieve. He's got 2 landmarks down. He could build more horsemen, remember. He didn't flatline his eco. He's still got a lot of villages that can work.
He needs fire lancers.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're saying Chinese is the pick on 4 legs. Got it.
He needs to get on the phone and call up his Chinese allies.
I mean, now with the response, the immediate build-up of the Abbey Trinity again, I am getting a little bit doubtful, but as long as the cannon's alive, Beasty will hang in there. If that cannon goes down, however, I wouldn't be surprised if he instantly calls GG, and yep, that cannon's gone. Bye.
But at least he stopped the Relic income from MarineLorD.
Oh, of course. It was definitely worth it.
Gold. Maybe he thinks he's out of gold. He's still got a gold vein right there.
Yeah, like, he's been optimal. Remember how MarineLorD spent most of this early game? Spearman and Horseman, Beasty was pushing Knights constantly, but he didn't get good trades. He didn't have enough siege to breach through, which is weird to say of CGQT, but maybe that's the version we needed today. Cavalry raids just weren't cutting it in this situation, and now cavalry raids will come in to punish him further. I struggle to see a way now. I think Beasty, we know how he acts. He's a 1% player. He won't call GG too quickly, but he'd be fully within his rights right now. And there it is, the final Ura.
Here comes the villagers. There we go. Villagers getting in on the action.
Mangonels! Ah!
Oh,
Bye.
the next one.
He can't
close
even
your
kill that with
eyes.
Trinity. GG.
Oh, man.
Well, BC, give him credit for going on to the bitter end, but this one was going against him for a long time. MarineLorD optimized his unit composition to play around that gold and came out ahead as a result of it.
That was a hell of a game. There were so many back and forths. Early on, I felt like there were some tempo moments where it looked like when Beastyqt had that like 1,500 stone in his reserves, I was like, oh, this is the moment where he just does his creep with his keeps, and he's just going to move on in. And then he was up in age from MarineLorD as well, but he just wasn't able to finish that push in the Roost base. MarineLorD got up to age 4 under very heavy pressure. I feel like many players like would have crumbled there with those knights pushing in. And he stabilized, got his techs, and just slowly built up his momentum back towards the middle of the map, and then seemed to just start to dominate in the eco realm.
Yeah, the problem that happened here for Beastie is I think if this game kind of like stagnates a little bit longer, the keep doesn't get sieged on the south side, I think he would have kept building horsemen up to 100, 120, 130. Sounds crazy, but you can get there, trust me. Just ask Kors how he ends most of his games if they go too late. And it's quite powerful, it's quite lethal. And the reason that would have been important is that he would have potentially had enough to torch, and he would have waited for his opportunity where his opponent was out of place. Here's the problem. Because of the timing when the wrap came in the south side, because he lost the keeps a little bit too quickly, he has to go at 60 horsemen. He no longer has something to bait MarineLorD to the south side and out of position. If he waits until 100, those strokes are in the center. And if they're in the center, they're blocking you out and reacting a lot quicker.